How you guys doing? Now I know it's been ages since I posted my last video. I think it's been at least a year since I put my last video up, and well, guilty as charged, it's almost been about 2 years since I put my last vlog up, and that was of course the South India series, coastal ride to South India. If you haven't seen that, stop this video and go and check that one out. And if you have seen it, well, then time to get you guys up to speed about what I've been up to, why I haven't posted in so long, and what's been happening with my bike. Am I touring somewhere? Am I going somewhere? Well, we'll work through all those details on this vlog. Now, of course, the biggest reason I've been off motovlogging is because my bike has been giving me trouble for a long time. I still have my 2013 KTM Duke. It's done about 46,000 kilometers, and I just recently, actually just a day or so ago, I got it back from a major service. So what were the problems that we faced? How much money did I spend on it? And what's the plan going forward? That's basically what we're going to discuss. So let's quickly get on the bike and get you guys up to speed.
It's been quite a while since I posted last, and to be honest, a lot has been going on, but I won't bother you with those details right now. What's important is that my bike, the KTM Duke, is finally back with me after some issues that I faced with the bike itself. A lot of electrical issues, primarily because I had got these auxiliary lights mounted, and whoever had done that job stripped the wires and basically completely fucked up my electrics. So I had some problems where the bike kept switching off by itself and just became generally unreliable electrically. So currently the bike's done about 46,000, almost 45,900 kilometers. So I figured that instead of sending it to KTM for a regular service, just off late I've not been too happy with their quality of service. They just do whatever work they're supposed to do and they hand the bike over to you. There's nobody that takes real interest in getting things fixed. So I decided I'd send it off to a private mechanic, a friend of mine. I can't really call him a mechanic, he's actually a technical expert and an engineer. So he's taken personal interest in basically getting down to whatever issues my bike is facing and to sort them out. So I gave my bike to Slipstream Performance in Pune under the very able hands of Kunal, the owner. And he spent about a week with the bike, and he sorted. The main issue was the electrics, but there were a couple of other issues, primarily with the bike's done 46,000 kilometers and it's been ridden pretty hard throughout. So I figured that half-life, it's almost completed half-life, so I might as well give it for a sort of half-life service. So I had a little bit of a budget. I wanted to get a lot of major things done on the bike. So I'll just list out a couple of things that I've got fixed on the bike after 46,000 kilometers of riding. I ran up a bit of a bill because Slipstream is a bit on the expensive side, but the quality of service that you get and the way the bike feels right now, I mean, I really don't feel bad spending all that money. And also considering that he's taken personal attention into the bike and he's sort of made it literally feel like it's straight out of the showroom right now. So I had a lot of issues with the bike. The fuel pump was causing the ECU to short, and that was the main pain point behind my issues with the bike. The bike was doing pretty good. I had a uni air filter installed, because of which mostly the dusty conditions in Pune, the air filter didn't do a great job and basically sucked a whole lot of dirt up into the throttle body. And when I finally opened it up, it was one crazy mess. There were carbon deposits, there was a whole bunch of muck inside of it, and I was quite shocked with the way it was. So he basically, I replaced my stock air filter back, and the bike seems to be running just perfectly good. That was one big issue. My valve clearances also needed to be checked. My injectors also needed to be checked. So basically, he checked the spray pattern, he checked the flow, he checked the whatever comes around with checking injectors. So he checked that out, and he fixed everything, and did a great job, no doubt. Most importantly, he did valve clearance. One of my shims in the port was also broken. I don't know how, but he basically fixed that as well. And these kind of things are very time-consuming tasks. They require the whole bike to be pulled apart. And thankfully, he took that effort. He took the time and the energy required to fix that issue. And so far, I'm pretty happy with the work that he's done. The engine feels fantastic. So I used to have a uni filter in this. The bike sounded a lot different earlier on. It sounded more brappy, more bassy, but that has gone away. But at least the engine is in very good condition, and it's now even pulling pretty hard. Earlier with the uni filter, one of the drawbacks was that the power would kind of taper off in the mid-range. And after seeing the condition of my throttle body and my intake ports, I'm quite against using aftermarket filters. Racing, yes, I agree, but everyday use not recommended. So that's basically sorted. So I had the front suspension looked at. He changed the fork seals, checked the oil pressure in both the seals. Now that I can feel that front end again. And I also felt that my brakes were fading out. I thought it was my pads that required replacement, but my pads were in pretty good condition because I don't really brake much. I try and use engine braking generally, and I plan my braking maneuvers to the point where I don't have to brake. So braking is generally only for emergency situations that are not planned for. So the good thing was the brake pads were in great condition, and what he did was he bled the brake reservoir, the brake fluid reservoir, and he also bled the coolant. So, I mean, I can't believe that just bleeding the brake reservoir can have such massive impact, because my front end now, my God, the braking power is suddenly, it's literally out of this world. Like I just have to barely even touch my forefinger on my brakes and I'm hauling this thing down. But a few of the main issues were basically the bike just conking off. There was poor fueling, there was injector issues. All those issues have been fixed. So I have no complaints at this point.
Alright guys, I think my camera kind of conked out halfway through towards the end. I didn't get to charge my battery enough, but I'll get that fixed. Not like you missed out anything, the bike's doing great. And I think that pretty much wraps up today's vlog and my first commitment to putting out a video every week. I know today's content was not very exciting, but I've got a lot of exciting stuff in store. A lot of travel, a lot of motorcycle lifestyle stuff. So that's about it for this week. If you like this video, don't forget to click the like button. And if you have any questions about the service costs, the kind of work that I got done on my bike, any questions about the engine, about the mechanics of the KTM, around the 45,000, 50,000 kilometer mark, feel free to post them in the comment section and I will get back to you on that. And if you haven't subscribed, I know I don't have a lot of subscribers at this point, click on that subscribe button and the notification bell as well, because I'll be posting a lot more content literally every week. So that's pretty much it for now. I'll see you guys next week.